There is a hole in the sky that should not be there. A region of the universe so vast, so cold, and so empty that the rules we use to explain everything begin to fall apart at its edge. It spans nearly 800 million light years, and no one knows for certain what made it. To understand the fear it inspires, you have to understand where it lives. Look up at the constellation Eridanus, the river that winds across the southern sky. You will see nothing unusual with your eyes, but peel away the stars, peel away the galaxies, go deeper, past everything you can see, to the very first light that ever existed. Almost 14 billion years ago, the universe was a furnace, a blinding fog of pure energy. Then as it cooled, that fog cleared, and light was set free to travel across all of space and time. That ancient glow is still falling on us right now. We call it the cosmic microwave background. It is the afterglow of creation, the oldest thing any instrument can detect. And when we mapped it, we found something deeply wrong. The map should look almost perfectly smooth. Tiny ripples of warmer and cooler patches, scattered evenly, like the gentle texture of a still ocean. That is what the theory predicts. That is what we see almost everywhere. Almost, because in the direction of Eridanus, there is a stain, a patch far colder than anything around it. Colder than the models say should be possible. Astronomers named it simply the cold spot. At first, they assumed it was a mistake, a flaw in the instruments, a trick of the data. So they looked again with a different satellite on the other side of the planet years apart. The cold spot was still there. It did not blink. It did not move. It was real, and it was enormous. Now the questions began. What could chill a region of the early universe so deeply, across a span so impossibly large? The first idea seemed almost reasonable. Perhaps the cold is an illusion created by what the light passed through on its way to us. Imagine the ancient glow climbing out of one cosmic valley and falling into another. If it crosses a region of empty space, a place with almost no galaxies, the energy is subtly drained. The light arrives colder. And so the hunt began for an emptiness, a void. What they found was staggering. In that exact direction lies one of the largest empty regions ever discovered, a supervoid stretching across hundreds of millions of light years, containing thousands of fewer galaxies than it should. A desert of darkness on a scale that defies comprehension. For a moment it seemed solved. The cold was just a shadow cast by a great nothing. But the numbers refused to agree. When scientists ran the calculations, the supervoid simply was not enough. It could explain a chill, but not this chill. Not the full, profound cold of the spot. The math left a gap, and into that gap crept a far stranger idea. What if the cold spot is not from inside our universe at all? What if it is a wound? There is a theory whispered carefully in the language of equations that our universe is not alone, that it is one bubble among countless others, drifting in a vast and unseen ocean called the multiverse. Most of the time, these bubbles never touch. But what if, in the first fractured instant after the Big Bang, another universe brushed against ours? What if it collided, pressed against the fabric of our reality, and left a mark, a bruise, a cold imprint pressed into the oldest light, in the shape of everything we cannot see? The cold spot, some have argued, may be exactly that, a scar from a place outside of space and time, the point where something else touched us, long before there were stars. Let that settle for a moment. If it is true, then for the first time in history, we may be staring at physical evidence of another universe. Not a thought experiment, not an equation on a board, an actual fingerprint, frozen in the sky, left by a reality that is not our own. Of course, science does not surrender to the strangest answer easily. Many researchers believe there is a simpler truth still hiding. Perhaps it is a rare statistical fluke, an unlikely roll of the cosmic dice that we happen to notice. Perhaps our understanding of how light travels across billions of years is incomplete. Perhaps there are voids in structures so large we have not yet learned to see them. Every explanation has a crack in it. Every answer leaves a question behind, and the cold spot just keeps waiting. Here is what unsettles the people who study it most. We are not looking at the universe as it is now. We are looking backward across nearly the entire history of existence. at light that left before the earth, before the sun, before almost everything. Whatever made the cold spot happened in the deepest past, at the very dawn of all things. And whatever it was big enough to leave a mark we can still measure today, after 14 billion years of travel. The cold has not faded. The scar has not healed. Somewhere out beyond the constellation Eridanus, there is a region of reality that is wrong in a way we cannot fully name. A vast frozen silence in the oldest light there is. It may be an empty desert of galaxies, it may be a statistical ghost, or it may be the place where our universe ends and something else begins, pressed against us in the dark. We have mapped it, we have measured it, we have stared at it for years. And still, when we look at that cold patch of ancient sky, the only honest thing we can say is this: we do not know what it is. So the question remains, hanging over us in the silence. If something really did touch our universe at the very beginning, leaving a bruise we can still see today, then where is it now? And is it still out there, waiting on the other side?